Alright guys, welcome to this new Let's Play of a role-playing game. On my channel I also said that I want to do role-playing games every now and then. So I've read good things about this Pillars of Eternity, and I think there's a second one coming out soon. Maybe it's already out, I'm not sure. This is Pillars of Eternity 1. I have all the DLCs and stuff like that, and this is my first time playing it. Well, that's almost true. I played the very start of it. So I just know the very start, but I don't know really the story. Well, I know you're some kind of something about people's souls you can see and stuff like that, but that's it really. Yeah, so I want to give this a go. My playing pace with role-playing games, it's sort of slow. I like to take things, like I want to delve into the books and the lore and stuff like that. So yeah, if you don't like that kind of play style, yeah. Then it's probably not for you, this. But if you like the slow-paced, get into the world and the characters, then this will most likely be something for you. But is it sound too high? I'm not sure. It's a bit difficult to know. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I have like a pre-save, whatever. Just where I tried things out, so just delete those and start anew. So let's try, and I played Tyranny, which is also from Obsidian Studios, so and as far as I can tell, this is sort of like the same playstyle, or well, Tyranny is the same playstyle as this, so I sort of know how to play, but yeah, that's it. I think we'll just do normal. I'm not that good. Well, maybe hard? Oh no, no, let's take normal. And accept.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, done. Alright, so let me just check. Yes, I am recording, so that's fine. So let's make our character. I will make the same kind of character I made before. It might just a very short test run. So, but we will go through it nonetheless. So we will be a male. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like Edir, I'm not sure how to say this. I'm going to say Edir, and the Dyewood place them at the forefront of military, politics and heavy labor. Among the tribes of Nasitak, men perform many of the homesteading and organizational duties. In Ire, Galfath and Ixamithil, men and women have more fluid social roles. In all societies there are exceptions to the rule, and men can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. Okay, so we'll be male. I'll go next. We have 6 different races. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Dyewood, the Edir Empire, Old Valia and the Valian republics. Though not as large as the towering Amaua, Humans are known for their strength and willpower, so we get +1 resolve and +1 might from being human. We have Amaua. The mighty Amaua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in and near oceans. Although not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength, so +2 might here instead of humans, which was might and resolve. Dwarf. By virtue of land covered and a number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in Direwood, the Valian Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. So we get +2 might, just as the Amaua. -1 dexterity, but +1 constitution, so they are good fighters. Elf. Elves are the dominant race in Aya Glalnfath and the White that wends, and are extremely common in the Direwood and Edur. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as commonly isolationist nature, plus dexterity and perception. We have the Olan. Olans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also, notably for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies, Olans are commonly found in Glalfath, the Ixamiddle Plains, and parts of the Direwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. +1 resolve, -1 might, +2 perception. Okay. And we have the godlike. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races, who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take any form and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Yeah. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. So you get +1 dex and +1 intellect. Okay, but I think I will be human. A normal, average human. So we get +1 resolve and +1 might. Next, we have 3 sub-races. Meadowfolk. The most common humans in the Direwood, the Meadowfolk, or Thurtan, have lived in that area for almost 2,000 years. Meadowfolk traditionally live at the edge of elven forests, working the open plains, hence their name. Most humans in the Direwood are Thurtan. So you get fighting spirit once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance. I guess endurance is life. Folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. Okay, keep on fighting. Oh, it's the same for all, I guess. Ocean folk. Kalbandra originated near the equator on the other side of the globe and are currently the most widespread human group in that region. But they have also migrated to the far reaches of the world. Ocean folk are the dominant culture in the Valian republics and are also common in the Direwood. Fighting spirit is the same, so we have Savannah folk. Savannah folk Nathlan comes originally from the south of the equator and, with the exception of some groups that migrated north, have remained in the same location for over 10,000 years. The name Nathlan literally means original. While quite common in Redsiras, Savannah folk are not usually seen in the Direwood and the Valian republics. Okay, so I think I'll take ocean folk. Yeah, why not? So, so we have a different bunch of. I'm not gonna read every one of these races or classes, rather. Cypher, barbarian, chanter, cypher, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, priest, ranger, rogue, wizard. I think I'll be a fighter. Fighters form the front line of disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach, though they are most commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure, fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters is the heavy focus on endurance and melee defenses. So damage not absorbed by the character's armor, damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. Okay. Yeah, so when you reach 0 endurance, you get knocked out. Right. Okay, so we get from being a fighter, constant recovery. Fighters continually regenerate endurance at a modest rate during combat. Okay, so we got in combat regeneration. And we got +1 athletics, +1 law, +1 survival. And some average stats here, I guess. So we'll be a fighter. And we can choose one of these. We get knockdown. Shoves an enemy with an enormous force, knocking them prone and causing additional damage. 2 per encounter. Okay, prone for 5 seconds. Okay, so that's like a stun. Okay, does some crush damage. Accuracy versus deflection. Plus 20% damage. I'm not sure what this means. Discipline barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. So for 1 per encounter, for 15 seconds we get +20 accuracy. I guess that's pretty good, but I think I'm going to take the knockdown, to be honest. Okay. So, some stats. We have 15 points. We have might, constitution, dexterity, perception, intellect, and resolve. So these yellow stars means that's useful for our class. I think I'm going to go for a two-handed fighter as my main. So I'm going to take a couple there, 2 here, 2 here. This gives action speed and reflex. Reflex was what? To dodge out of the way of AoE attacks. Okay, so that's pretty good. Perception, accuracy, action speed. Okay, so you hit faster. Okay. Accuracy, is this like normal accuracy? Yeah. Okay, so perception is higher accuracy. Duration and will. Will defense, so that's like against mind control or fear, I guess. Resolve. Will and deflection. Okay, so we'll take one more here. I think I'll take 2 here in perception to get better accuracy. No, 3. And one more here. Alright. So 15 might, 14 constitution, 10 dex, 14 perception, 10 intellect, and 14 resolve. I think that's fine. So, alright, we have a culture to pick here. Oh, it changes the weapons. Right. We have Edir. The Edir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Edir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. So several nations live in the Edir Empire, okay? +1 resolve. Deadfire Archipelago, consisting of the nation of Nasitak, a dozen of Amua settlements and hundreds of lawless pirates infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves, Amaua, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. +1 dex. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna read every single thing here, but we got the Ixamiddle Plains, northeast of Glan Fat. One of the oldest one, +1 resolve. Old Avalia, crown jewel of the southern seas. Now it's a crumbled empire of warring merchant nations, human and dwarves. Rich heritage, +1 intellect. Okay. Rauatau, dominated by the Amur nation of Rauatau. Okay, number of nations. rich lands, violent storm, +1 constitution. You do get plus big hammer here, so the living lands. Mountainous regions, large northern island renowned for diversity of plant and animal life. Okay. +1 might. Start with a spear and a shield. The white that wins. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. Okay. +1 perception. I think I'm gonna take Edur. Even though here you start with a 200 axe, hammer, axe, poleaxe, polearm, I don't know. But yeah, I like this, the Edur Empire. It reminds me a bit of the Roman Empire in some way. Our background is what? We have aristocrat, dissident, hunter, mercenary, clergyman, colonist, drifter, laborer, merchant, slave. You lived your life amongst the nobility. Your days have been marked by lavish meals and extravagant parties. Your conversations peppered with talk of pedigree and bloodline. +2 law for being an aristocrat. I was thinking more of a mercenary. Blatant battle is your way of life. You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. +1 athletic and +1 law. Okay. Drifter. Merchant, slave. No, I'm gonna be merc. Yeah, merc fighter. And gonna take what color? This. Let's see, any good? Okay. I like to try and match these things here. Okay, he looks like a warrior in some kind. Or this. Well, yeah, this can be anything, I guess. Now let's take this guy. Hair. That's more something like this, maybe. Okay. Can we zoom in? No. Whoops. Previous. Meant this. Another mohawk. No. 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 Maybe 4. No. 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 Nah. A bit too long, isn't it? Yeah. No. No, no. Yeah, I think the 4 here was the closest one. Ish. That head doesn't look like him. This, maybe? I don't feel like the hair is what I want it to be. You don't really have blonde hair here, do you? No. Facial hair. Oh. It's got that little mustache. Something like this, maybe? No. I guess it was this one. Very annoying you can't get like light hits. Well, is it because I took the Edur one? Does that decide your color? Ocean, savanna. Oh well, I think that'll do, I guess. Color, primary, black, and I don't know, white? Oh, brown. This. Oh, that's hair. Red. He does have some red up here, so. Dark red. Yeah, let's take that one. No? Great. My game crashed.